We are flooded with AI tools, big promises, endless fear of missing out. Most leads to frustration, waste of time, and no real business gain. But there are real breakthroughs. Since 2022, only 3 moments changed the way I work with AI, and they were not tools, they were new levels. In this video, I will show you the 2 simple frameworks I use to cut through the noise, the 3 AI leverage shifts I lived through, and how to know what to skip, what to master, and what to build. What I'm gonna share with you comes from thousands of hours working with Gen AI, building hundreds of custom GPTs, but also building some AI workflows and even some tools with AI. So let me share with you the 2 frameworks that help you spot real AI value and ignore the hype. Framework number 1, the knowledge implementation tools framework that gives you the type of leverage you will have with AI. So knowledge is the AI that gives you better ideas, insights, clarity. Implementation, these are tools, Gen AI tools that helps you act, write, plan, build assets, do stuff. Tools, level of leverage, this comes with AI that helps you build systems and build tools that you will use daily. So the framework helps me to see what a tool really does and bring to my business. And I use it basically to understand the level of leverage an AI tool will give. Framework number 2, it's lean, cheap, autonomous. Here, it's a reality check for me. I can assess the business readiness of any AI tools I see. So lean obviously means how easy it is to work with it, how simple it is. I don't need to be a techie to use the tool. I don't need to do lots of technical stuff or lots of interaction to get results with the tool. Cheap is the cost of the tool, obviously. Typically, I don't like AI tools that charge for tokens or for credits. Most of the time, because the tool is bad, you consume more credits. You need to steer it, you need to ask, you need to give feedback, you need to readjust because it doesn't get it right from the start. And that's painful because basically you're paying more because the tool is bad, right? Autonomous, it's the level of autonomy, but not in the sense of you say something and you get a result without doing anything, more in the sense of you give simple inputs and the tool is able to understand what you want, auto-reason in some extent, build a smart plan and execute on it. And you have limited interaction with it to get the results you want. So this framework helped me avoid fragile, overhyped, hard-to-scale tools. I'm using it each time I evaluate a tool. Now that you know these 2 useful frameworks, let me share with you the 3 real shifts I saw in Gen AI since 2022. These are only 3 shifts that really matters for me. Together, these 3 shifts reflect both the evolution of Gen AI across time, but also how I evolved as a user, and you will as well. Each shift unlocks more powers, and let's face it, most people are missing that. And to illustrate this, I will use a simple mental model. I call it the ask, do, build. And it represents the evolution of Gen AI across time, once again, but also how you evolve as a user, the maturity of Gen AI user. So to illustrate each level, I will cover the 3 big shifts I had because each shift represents an ask, do, build level. This mental model is really useful for you to evaluate at what level is a given AI tool, but also at what level you are as an AI user. Let me illustrate each stage using one of the big shifts I experienced. Big shift number 1, the ask level. For me, it was ChatGPT in November 2022. You know it, it's super famous, of course. Back then, I saw that AI could become usable. It wasn't complex machine learning stuff. The interaction was really easy, a chatbot. Okay, you know that. This being said, it was not that useful yet. Why? Because even if it was mind-blowing for 5 first minutes, when you were working with it on real topics you had some knowledge about, you could see it spitting out its fluff. Shallow answers, hallucinations, all that stuff. Once again, well known. It's old stuff now. And back then, if you wanted to get some results, you needed to prompt it a lot. Back then, it felt like hiring a smart intern with no memory, really. This being said, they have made huge progress, and nowadays, it's pretty good. If we use the previous framework I showed you just to evaluate this tool, basically, we were at the ask level. It boosts knowledge. The leverage ChatGPT brought to you is knowledge. You can work on knowledge faster, and you can get knowledge faster. It's lean, it's cheap, but it's far from being autonomous. Big shift number 2, the do level. So for me, it was custom GPTs in November 2023, because with custom GPTs, I stopped just asking and discussing, and I started delegating, having super smart AI assistant do stuff for me. If you don't know what custom GPTs are a large language model, can be Claude, can be OpenAI, GPTs, can be Grok, can be Gemini with GEMS, and you equip this large language model with a dedicated knowledge base, so that it has specific knowledge, and a system prompt that shapes its behavior. So you can ensure that the custom GPT or the AI assistants, call it whatever you like, is doing a job using the process you want with the right knowledge. And doing this you get way better results, and also you get a AI assistant that can support you with the task you have to do. What happened to me is that I just built hundreds of them for me or for the member of my community, which is called CCGG, where I teach the best techniques to craft AI assistant for your business. And I also give my own custom GPTs for sales, marketing, and content creation. So if you want to learn these skills, get access to very good business-oriented custom GPTs, it's in CCGG community. I started building lots of them and also combining them, because in ChatGPT, you have the at command that allows you to call in different custom GPTs inside the same chat session. That means they share the same context, and guess what? You can make them work one after the other on a complex workflow right inside your chat session. And the beauty of it is that they stopped just answering, they started executing with the knowledge I gave them and with the tools I gave them access to. I forgot to mention, in a custom GPT, you can also equip them with tools using OpenAI actions, which mean they have good knowledge, solid process to execute, and they have access to third-party tools using actions. Big shift for me. So now if we do some framework mapping, where are we? We are at the do level, of course. It's for implementation. They're used for doing stuff, implementing, not just getting knowledge, asking questions, getting answer. They are super lean. Basically, they leverage the advantage of ChatGPT platform. Super cheap. For $20 a month, you can have your team of AI assistants. That's crazy. And they are semi-autonomous. According to how you build them, I have some, I just give basic inputs. They do complex workflows. I just check quickly and I'm good to go. Pretty outstanding. But there is more. Big shift number 3. The build level. So for me, it was Cloud Code and Lovable. Really recently, August 2025, I was a bit late on that because I tried Lovable 6 months ago. It wasn't that good for me. I was spending lots of credits for very poor results, but now it's really better. Anyways, I stopped trying external tools or using lots of external tools and I started building mine. That's the build level. And I did it thanks to AI. That's crazy because with Cloud Code or with Lovable or with these other vibe coding tools, you can type what you want and you can get tools built for you exactly how you want. Of course, it's not perfect. Of course, there are some tricks to ensure that you get faster results. But for me, it replaced many apps, many automation like N8N, Make.com automation. I don't need them any longer for most of my use cases. Why? Because if I need a tool, I just build a script to call the right API. So I can work on front end, back end, I can work on the infrastructure, I can work on the UI the way I want. And so I became some sort of system designer, not just a user, which means I'm working on something. I have some workflow. I have my AI assistants working with me and click. I said, oh, it would be great if I could have I don't know, connection with Gamma AI so that what my AI assistants are crafting here can be turned into a presentation automatically. Let me give you an example of tools I'm using. For instance, I had issue with managing my custom GPT, which means each time I go on ChatGPT, I have lots of them, and OpenAI hasn't implemented any UI to manage my GPT properly. So what I did, I just created this guy here. That's my Chrome extension to manage my custom GPT. I can make search in my custom GPT, content, for instance. I can create teams. I have a team of content with inside my custom GPTs. Of course, I can make it this bigger. My custom GPTs for creating content, my teams. I can pin custom GPTs. If I like one specific custom GPTs, for instance, this one here, I go there, I want to add it. I can add to my hub, etc. And now it's in my hub. If I refresh, it's in my hub here. It was the case study. It's there. Okay. So just an example, very useful tool I use daily to organize my work with my custom GPT. Another example, I don't like at all these task organizer, Notion, all that stuff with this dashboard, fancy dashboard. Why? Because for me, it's not the right fit. I'm wasting so much time tweaking stuff, working on the tool instead of working on the tasks. And so I wanted something to organize my work in a very effective manner. I created this guy here. It's a very lean interface where I have my morning focus, my afternoon deep work, my evening wind down. That's it. And I can do basic stuff, moving tasks, changing priorities, creating subtasks if I need, and so on, and very easily. And you know what? To create tasks in this, the workflow is really simple. I can create using the UI, but what I wanted is really being able to dump my brain with the task I have to do and have a system that just analyze the tasks, structure them, prioritize them, and then put it in this UI. And how I do this? Easy. I open Cloud Code here, and then I just pick my thoughts. Hey, I need to record a YouTube video about orchestrating AI assistants to create content with Cloud Code. I need to send an email to John about the next financial review of whatever, etc. And then I can just say, hey, process my brain dump. And that's it. Now I have a series of AI agents that will analyze my task, prepare it, format it, and putting in my tool if they are aligned with my business priorities and what I should work on, because these agents, they know what I should work on. So you can see here, it's calling this agent task extractor. It found 2 tasks. There is another AI agent that prioritizes the task, see if it's aligned with my priorities. It analyzes if the tasks are priorities or not. And so you can see here, the YouTube video is a priority because it's aligned with my business priorities. The other one is not. The financial review, whatever, is not. Defer delegates, and it's advised me to kill it. And of course, here I'm reviewing the details, but I won't review the details most of the time. I just let it do its stuff. My agents prioritizing tasks, structuring them properly, and the one that I should focus on, I'll put on my task managing tool. Now, the task architect, our agent, will structure the task in a better manner. Then this agent will optimize when I should do the task according to my energy level and what I like to do. And finally, it's asking me for approval with 1 priority task, which is that one optional, which is this one. You can see my schedule overview with the morning where I have peak energy, I should work on priorities. Afternoon, it's for my community engagement, my CCGG community, where I teach exactly how to use this kind of tools or build this kind of tools, and the evening for the boring stuff. And for the day, it has identified the YouTube video as the one thing I should work on in the morning. And then I can just approve, modify, or cancel, and I can say, I approve the P1 task, let's kill the other one. And once it knows that, it will just sync with task database and it will be displayed on my task management tool. And of course, synchronization with the task database, management of overlapping or existing tasks and so on is fully managed here. And at the end, I have my system really easy to use. I just open Cloud Code, brain dump my thoughts and click OK. And then it managed all the prioritization, clarification, structure of the task. And then it asked me to confirm if I agree with the work it did. And if I do, it will synchronize with the database and then show the results in my task manager system. So here it has done the job. It creates a short report. And then if I check on my tool, I refresh it, tada, all P1 task is there. That's my one thing. I should focus on that, only on that. So framework mapping, here it's the build level. And we are building, right? That's the build leverage. It boosts tooling. If you're using stuff like Cloud Code, it's pretty lean, pretty simple to use, very cheap. It's just a cloud subscription and great level of autonomy. Which is crazy is that these tools, ChatGPT, custom GPTs, and now Cloud Code and Lovable, they are still tools I use daily and I got value from. I use ChatGPT for research, deep research sometimes, to acquire knowledge, sometimes using their agent mode. Not that great for the moment, but really promising. I use custom GPTs daily, my teams of custom GPTs to do several types of work. They execute for me. Really, these are my teammates. And I'm using Cloud Code and Lovables to orchestrate agents sometimes, and also to build tools I am missing and that tools I really need. And I don't have to pay for external tools for that. I don't have to use tools that are not a good fit for me. I can get the tools I want. Now, putting the frameworks to work for you. Use the as-do build to locate where you are in your maturity and also decide where you want to evolve next, because most people, they are at the ask level. So you should go from ask to do level. For instance, using ChatGPT for random questions, executing low-level stuff with prompts, shifting to do level, using custom GPTs and team of custom GPTs specialized on the workflow you want them to execute, and then to the build where you can build some tools for yourself using Cloud Code or vibe coding. Use the knowledge implementation tools framework to understand what a tool can actually give you. Is it a tool that gives you knowledge type of leverage, implementation type of leverage, or tools type of leverage? And then you can use the lean, cheap, autonomous framework to basically filter out shiny objects and time wasters. These frameworks will help you stick with the tools that grow you and ignore the noise. So now, what level are you at? If you're on custom GPTs that actually help you grow your business, check out CCGG. You get access to battle-tested custom GPTs for content creation, offer creation, positioning, avatar profiling, but also creating irresistible lead magnets that will capture leads. You have also access to my frameworks and my custom GPTs to craft other good custom GPTs. This way, you can expand the team of AI assistants. CCGG is also a community of business owners sharing experience, using AI tools to help them grow, also getting support by me and the rest of the community. Everything is designed for implementation. Link is in the description below this video.